What up? What up? What up? Um, we gonna get day 4 going. Yesterday, I got it in a little later. I'm basically doing the same route as I did yesterday today. But it was when I got home that I did day. Was it day 3? But today is day 4. Anyways, I'm feeling a little bit better today. Not because everything is going right, but because I decided to feel better. It doesn't matter the situation. And as you can see, I'm driving a car, but that's a car of a friend. So I just dropped them off to work, and I'm just taking the car back like I did yesterday. But I don't have a need for the car to use. Like I said, I'm just going to work. I finished my exam, so I got the big part out of the way. I just got to get certified on site, basically. But I got into all the computer work done and stuff like that. So I'm very relieved about that. Even though tomorrow I still gotta go to the site. So what I did today was I left a little bit early. I had like 3 hours worth of presentation to get done. But I postponed it for, I said tomorrow. I postponed it for Monday. I hope it's not too much noise because however the video comes out, I upload it because I don't got time to do the re-upload and unload. I gotta be careful around here too because I'm in the counties. They'll pull you over for your seatbelt and thing like that. But I just coming from showing pure darkness. I just wanted to show a little different view. Because yesterday I did it in the dark, like the sun had already gone down. I was crashing in bed because it's been a long week. I'm already almost 2 weeks since I came back from Colombia. So it's like, but I mean I was only in Colombia for 3 days, but whatever like reset that I did, I just came back and I kid you not, man. It was like a full-on, I put the weight back on, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a weight jacket, as Ronan the wandering traveler would say. As soon as you get back in the state, man, it's like a weight vest waiting for you. That's not his exact words, but something around the line. And as soon as you get there, you just feel like you just put that thing back on. And usually, you feel like you left it at the airport or somewhere along the way. Like, when you, like your last clock out before your vacation and you just grabbing your stuff, your bag is already packed. But, yeah, as he would say, it's like putting a weight vest back on. So, like I said, it's Monday would make it 2 weeks since I come back, or Sunday, because I left on a Sunday, and because it was only 3 days, whatever reset that I did, it didn't take too long for me to feel worn out, basically, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, it's been a rough week, 2 weeks and stuff, and 50 hours worth of pay that I would have gotten, I didn't get it. So I gotta wait another 2 weeks. But he put that together with this week and next week. It's not, it's gonna be some good. It's gonna be some good money. But anyways, I'm on the way home and I'm not using my original phone. Like the picture looked okay right here. I'm using an iPhone 7 instead of my iPhone 15. Now, even when I'm using my iPhone 15, the sound still don't sound loud enough to me. So, you know, and I know it's even worse when I put my AirPods on to record the video. And then, yeah. So I'm giving this iPhone, because my phone is doing the GPS, which I'm about to stop because I know my way from here. But, oof. Oof. That would be it. Alright. So I'm recording from two angles. We're gonna pretend like I started over. Today is day 4, and this time I'm gonna compare the sound of two devices, which I would expect my iPhone 15 to have the best sound, but unfortunately, I know this car is making a lot of noise. It's a damn 1999. You know, my 2018 Infiniti is out of commission right now. You know? Hello! So I had to press record again because this whole time, at least on the other iPhone, it didn't record shit. But anyways, I got some Chick-fil-A here for the kids at home. I don't have any kids, by the way, but I do have nieces and nephews. So I'm trying to jet down so they could get it. It's not gonna be cold, but it's not gonna be as hot when they give it to me, because I've been eating the fries from the jump. But anyways, it's day 4. It's day 4, and like I said, I'm recording from 2 different devices, so I might have 2 different uploads where I'm looking at both cameras. And I ain't at the edit level yet, but I did promise that every day I was gonna do a video the minute I get a chance. So here we go. Like I said, I'm having a good day today because I decided that I am having a good day. Although I went up and down trying to get a rental, you know, things that just didn't work out my way. I could have blamed other people, but we're just gonna say it wasn't meant to happen. I mean, I'm not struggling as bad as I thought I would be if I didn't get one. I just need to be able to maybe get one by Tuesday and be able to get up and down on Monday, whichever day. Next week, basically, I'm gonna need one because I gotta get up and down to work. Now, I could use this car to do so, but sometimes, you know, its owner needs it too. So I'm trying not, you know, I'm trying not to inconvenience people with my stuff. So yeah, I'm just trying to be proactive, man, with everything, with this YouTube thing. Whether I'm doing it right or wrong, you know, you learn through your trials and errors. It's one thing to not be proactive and say, hey, I'll start tomorrow. I'm not good enough. I don't have this, I don't have that. Nah, I'm just gonna do it with what I have, which is a damn iPhone 7 and obviously my iPhone 15. So let's get it. Somebody calling me and disrupting my video. Yeah, you know, we're trying to make these like a one straight shot. Like, you know, whether I stumble the words or not, if the sound is bad, it's going up. You know, I've watched content creators that drive trucks, and I literally would have to put my AirPods on and try to listen to what they're saying through whatever noise the truck is making. So if you really want the message, guess what? You'll tune in. Now those channels usually not that big, but it's like I said on the other videos, it's our little secret. You know, it's not for everybody. Some people can't sit and listen to somebody else talk for a couple seconds, let alone minutes. See, I don't like this. Like this, I'm not gonna voice my frustrations. Anyways, the video got messed up. So literally, from now on, I'm gonna put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Because there ain't no way. But I do need a camera that's not my phone. I'll say that. A camera with a good microphone. But for sure, I would rather put my phone on Do Not Disturb because this person kept calling me and now it cut off the video. But anyways, still having a good day because I decided that I'm having a good day. Today is Friday, June 27th. You know, we got training done. Whatever else that's left, it's not gonna be based on what I retain. It's not gonna be based on knowing any information. So I'm stress free. Right now, I just need to get home. I'm not gonna be in the street. You know, I'm just gonna avoid spending money. So I should be good till Monday. Like starting Monday. Since I got paid this week. This morning I got paid. I know I gotta bypass this week coming, and then that's the next focus, man. And then you know, we could get once my car is back up and running, that's when we could get back on schedule, because I really did have a schedule. I was supposed to take this trip to the Bahamas next month. That's a little setback depending on how much it's gonna cost me to fix my car. But either way, next paycheck we're gonna have the money to do so. And because I don't want to be responsible for a rental that's costing me almost $500 a week, then we'll get to it right away, basically. I don't know. I didn't get to touch up on anything profound to what this thing is about. So I'll make the video a little longer. Maybe I'll go for another 8 minutes because that's how much time is on the iPhone. Like I said, I'm recording from 2 devices. So if I'm not looking this way, it's because one, I started on the other iPhone first, and the picture look a lot better from this angle. But let's get a little profound. So yesterday, I know it was yesterday, I did the video in the dark, and I did a 4-day 3 video, and I also did a rent part 1. Now, should I do a rent part 2 today, or should I space it out? Should I wait till my channel has a little bit of friction to do a part 2? Because it starts looking crazy, right? Because I say it's freedom that, I get to do my thing while nobody's paying attention. Because once people are paying attention, then it becomes, it become like, influenced by other people, their thoughts, whatever. Which I really don't think my channel is gonna have a lot of people on it early on, but this is a purpose. This is a slow grind. If I had followed this passion, this goal, 7 years ago, I'd probably have the channel be where it should be. But instead, I'm starting 7 years behind. However, though, 7 years ago, I would not have been talking traveling. I wouldn't have known any tactics, any terms, any I wouldn't have any stories. I got a whole bunch of stories actually from traveling. But 7 years ago, I would have been talking MGTOW point of view, which I still took the good out of it and threw away the, the bad. So, yeah, 7 years ago, I would have been talking MGTOW point of view, which I probably still going on, but obviously I'm not tuned in like that. But shout out to the MGTOW, man. That's my early introduction to this men's space that we're trying to create here. But that doesn't mean I have anything against women. I hate that we have to say this when we are addressing men's space. But that's just where I'm at right now in life. Like, at the time though, it would have seemed like I had an issue. And that's why I didn't begin 7 years ago, because that's all that was in my mind. And it wasn't quite original thoughts. It was, someone else's story, because 7 years ago I was only 23. But I was a very good student. I listened, I gathered information, and now we're here today. I mean, I stuck through it. Then we went from MGTOW. We embraced the red pill. We moved on. We went free agent lifestyle, and then we wound up traveling. And as I mentioned on the rent video, I am not a passport bro at root, but I do root for them. I do big ups them, because it's just something. Whatever stigma you have about it, whatever somebody's doing, it really has nothing to do with the benefit it has for the core of betterment of men. You get one life. I see women travel, coming as they go. So if passport bros could get young men early on to want to do something for themselves finally, because as young men, in order to get ahead, we do gotta some of us have to skip college and go get a trade and stuff like that. And from that trade, you start working and you start seeing some money after a year or two. And oftentimes those guys, they don't, like, a couple years ago, they didn't just think about traveling. They got with the first girl, or they started tricking, or they just got an apartment and lived a boring life. But now, a typical 22, 23 year old guy, let's just say he went to get a trade and he started working, or I see a lot of guys are joining the police officers, they go into the army. If they have that opportunity, at least they could, on their little time off, or they get a flexible job where they book themselves a trip, whether it's to the DR, Colombia. I'm proud of those guys, because guys don't treat themselves unless a girl is involved, unless they're finally taking Tanisha out to dinner, or to the movies, to this and that. Oftentimes, like I said, those guys, they get a trade, they start making some money, they get some girl pregnant, they get on child support, and before you know it, that 22-year-old guy is 35 with more kids, and and his counterpart is well traveled. She's 25, but she's on vacation every other month, every 3 months at least. and she's in school, and women been doing their thing. So if it's passport bros that's gonna get young men to skip, don't fall into the loop where never traveled, never went to a nice restaurant, and just living basic guy life. You don't have to do that no more. So I am proud. Like I said, I'm not a passport bros, but I waved the flag for the, if the flag was there, I'd pick it up and wave it around as if it was my flag, because I know the story, I know the pain, I know the struggle, and I also know the other side. I know the relief, I know the benefits, and I've been through it in all angles. So if you're just watching this video because maybe it sounds better or whatever it is, and you want to know what I'm talking about, then watch the rant video. Basically, what you're gonna do is be patient. The sound get a little clearer because I had the phone basically sitting on the bottom of my lip while I was laying down. So eventually I adjusted and the sound got a little better. So I think so you'll get the whole the whole spew of why I say that I'm not a passport bro, but I support it. But anyways, this is day 4. I am heading to the house. So, I won't be in the street today. Not with a rental vehicle, not with my personal vehicle, driving Uber. So it's been a dry month. Maybe it's for a reason. Sometimes you need a break anyways. So I'm gonna be chilling, just doing regular stuff. I got some food here I'm gonna eat, and maybe I'll do another rant or something under something else. But I'll catch you on the next one.